Millicent Carey McIntosh was the fourth dean of Barnard College and the college's first president, elected in 1952. Throughout the middle part of the last century, she inspired countless women at Barnard as well as beyond our gates. During a period when society forced women to choose between family and career, Mrs. McIntosh led by example, proving that it was possible to do both. The Millicent Carey McIntosh Award for Feminism was established in 2004 to honor a woman who exemplifies the strong, independent traditions of Barnard. She personifies Barnard's commitment to the education of women and our graduates' influence throughout society. This year's recipient is Purva Panday Cullman, class of 1998. Purva Panday Cullman, Barnard class of 1998, educator and advocate, leading expert on social justice with the needs of women and girls at the heart of your life's work. After your stellar start at Barnard, you went on to Bank Street College of Education, where your master's thesis focused on the educational experiences of underserved girls in the New York City public schools. And you have never veered from this focus. As Director of Community Education, Outreach and Advocacy at Girls Inc. of NYC, you ran anti-violence programs in East Harlem, trained teachers and youth workers on best practices for programming, and convened a symposium on sexual harassment in public schools. In 2007, you joined V-Day, the global movement to end violence against women and girls that grew out of Eve Ensler's 1998 play, The Vagina Monologues, and now spans 200 countries. Today, you serve as its Senior Programs Director. Your first V-Day project was Stop Raping Our Greatest Resource, a global campaign about sexual violence in Eastern Congo. The campaign helped establish the City of Joy, a leadership center for survivors of sexual violence in the Congo. Today, it serves 180 women a year with over 1,000 graduates to date. The project was chronicled in the award-winning film City of Joy, which was featured at Barnard's 2017 Athena Film Festival. You also helped execute V-Day's Rapid Response Initiative in Haiti following the 2010 earthquake, and supported New Yorkers in the wake of Hurricane Sandy and women in the post-Katrina Gulf South. And you have added your voice to conversations about female genital mutilation, college sexual assault, fair wage practices, and so much more. Purva, in honor of your milestone 20th Barnard reunion, we are delighted to present you with the Millicent McIntosh Award for Feminism in the spirit of Barnard's own Mrs. Mac, who encouraged alumni to make the world a better place for women. Please join me in welcoming Purva Panday Cullman to the stage.
I'm more of a behind-the-scenes kind of person, so this is a big deal for me. Thank you so much, Jyoti, and thank you to the Alumni Association of Barnard College. I'm truly honored to receive this award, named for Millicent Carey McIntosh, a true pioneer. Barnard gave me wings, and to be back means I'm home. It feels good. Thank you also to President Bylock, and congratulations to my fellow honorees this year, the class of '63, Joan, Lauren, Susan, Lisa, Tram, Nancy, Ariel, Alicia, Penelope, Ashley, and Anna. I feel like I'm in that old Sesame Street skit. One of these things is not like the other. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing up here, and I'm humbled to be in your company. I'm also blessed to be here today with one of my Barnard roommates, Laura, my sister Ambika, a Barnard graduate, and my husband, Sam, the son of a Barnard graduate and the nephew and cousin of many more Barnard graduates. Clearly, Barnard was written in the stars for me. I would not be here today if it were not for V-Day founder Eve Ensler, who gifted me with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity all those years ago and has nurtured me along the way. She's taught me that feminism means showing up without question. I stand here today in solidarity with the girls, women, boys, and men I've had the honor to learn from and serve throughout my 20 years of working in social justice here in New York City and around the world. Often unsung, each of them have been courageous, creative, and unrelenting in the everyday work of ending gender-based violence and inequity. Their work goes unnoticed, but it is what moves us all forward. They are survivors of violence and their families, educators, students, artists, writers, actors, filmmakers, journalists, grant makers, lawmakers, attorneys, restaurant workers, domestic workers, migrant workers, farmers, physicians, nurses, healers, and activists of every kind. They work passionately on a wide range of issues, from LGBTQ rights to immigrant rights to prison reform to ending the war in Congo to eradicating FGM across sub-Saharan Africa. They use their paychecks to buy supplies for their students. They volunteer in rape crisis centers and staff hotlines. They stage benefit performances to raise funds that keep shelters from shutting their doors. They feed their neighbors when their communities are ravaged by war and natural disasters. They come face to face with centuries-old traditions to create new ones. Long before it was front page news, they were the ones tirelessly working to make visible that which had been ignored: college sexual assault, trafficking, sexual harassment, the bleak reality of living on tipped wages, the racism that plagues our culture, the impact of war and occupation on women's bodies. The list goes on. And let us not forget that sometimes, be it Dalit women in India or trans women here in the United States, they have done this work with great risk to their lives. Now more than ever, we must do whatever we can to hold these women and men up, have their backs, and go to the front lines with them as they fight for the truth and fight to end all forms of violence. It was my privilege, truly, to be a student here at Barnard, an experience I will always carry with me, a badge of honor, a card that's neatly filed away in the Rolodex of my heart, one that gives me the confidence I need when I inevitably falter. It has also been a privilege to work in service of these extraordinary men and women I've met throughout my career, and I accept this award on their behalf today. Thank you.